There's a nice car to arrive in at a bonsai show. It's a Cobra. And at the entrance to this is Surrey Heath Bonsai Society Annual Show. There's this beautiful wisteria and flower.
I don't know.
Oh, shouldn't it?
Not a bad little runabout, is it?
On the other side of the entrance is this gentleman, member of the Surrey Heath Bonsai Society, working on a juniper.
Yeah, the full name of it is called Chamaecyparis lawsoniana obtusa nana gracilis. That's the full name.
That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? On entering the show, immediately on the left hand side is a miniature display consisting of this small screen, a little accent, and 3 trays which have been made into Japanese rock garden with a small accent and some structures. These are very different from the rest of the show. This is the first tree in the Surrey Heath Bonsai Society Annual Show, and this is a Chinese Elm. This is a Deshojo, and next to it is a Trident Maple forest on a slab. I think quite nicely done. We'll try and sort of zoom in. Another Trident Maple on a rock, and next to it is Cotoneasters, and next to it is another beautiful Deshojo in a shallow pot, accompanied with a little accent, and next to it is a Hawthorne. Try and zoom in. That's the Hawthorne. That's another Deshojo Maple, and next to it is a small Hawthorne. Try and get it on its own. There it is. Next to the Hawthorne is a maple, not quite sure what variety, and next to it is an azalea. There's this fern, and in front of it are accent plants. I'll try and zoom in. There we go. And next to it is a raised plinth, and on that is another little accent. And next to it, I'm not quite sure what that is. Don't recognize the leaves. On the right of the fan is a semi-cascade larch. This is a Chinese Elm with a large rock on one side, and it has a little structure built in or placed on a bit of cement. This is a Trident Maple, and next to it is a copper beech. It's just come into leaf, and some leaves are still half opened. And this is a Privet. Try and zoom in. Privet. Next to the Privet is this Juniper, and next to it is a Crabapple. That's the Juniper on rock. Quite a nice, well-developed trunk, and also equally nice pads. And this is a Larch, and next to it is a semi-cascade pine. There we are. That's another Crabapple in flower. And that's an elm on rock. Again, very nicely developed trunk and pads. And next to it is a large Larch. Turning round, a couple of Crabapple trees, and next to it is a Juniper, zoom out, with some accent plants, and next to it is a Cotoneaster, again accompanied by its own accent plant, and next to it is a red Hawthorne with a Ginko tree next to it. We're looking at a Chinese Elm, classic Karate Kid style trunk with very nicely formed pads. I'm not sure what this tree is. I do not recognize the leaves, so it's an unknown to me. That's a Scots pine, and next to it is a Deshojo with a small accent plant next to it. This is horse chestnut. I think the leaves have been reduced in size, but they're still pretty big. Another Crabapple. They're all out in flower and very popular with the shows because of the flowers. And next to it is a Trident Maple. Love the turquoise greenish pot. And this is a Hawthorne which has been carved. The trunk has been carved, made into dead wood with beautiful, beautiful pads. It's a lovely tree, and I love the shallow pot that it is in. That's a accent plant to accompany this large Satsuki Azalea. There are lots of buds, and the flowers are just about to open. I'll zoom in so we can see some of the buds. There, you can see a few flower buds there, and then also again at the top. There. That's a very nice Berberis specimen. I'm told it's around 6 to 7 years old, collected material. This is a Privet, again a very nice tree. And next to it is another Crabapple coming into flower. And next to it we have a Japanese white pine. This is a rather large Privet, again trunk, very thick trunk, beautiful taper, and also the pads are just amazing. I'll zoom in so we can catch a closer glimpse of the pads, and I'll just go up the tree. There we are. It's a Trident Maple, and next to it is collected material which has been made into a bonsai, a Celonicera. Again, I really like this little Lonicera, beautiful tree. This is a silver birch, and it has recently been repotted into a golden duffet pot, and I think it complements the tree extremely well. The pot was especially made for this tree. I'll zoom in, and although it's a new pot, it has that aged, crackled effect, so it doesn't look new. And next to it is an accent plant with white hawthorn, which is coming into flower. Zoom in. There we are. You can see the buds ready to open. They haven't quite opened yet. A little accent plant in front of this crabapple. Quite a chunky trunk, and nice tree overall. It's a small tree, a little Ginko tree, and coupled with it, next to it is this little display. Not quite sure what the where the knitting needles and the thread come. I've just figured out it's a stone which looks like it's a ball of thread, but it's not. So that's what the thread and the knitting is, with a stone and complementing the little juniper in the background. And next to it is little accent plants, and these are tiny, and I'll put my finger against it so you can see how small it is. Same thing with this oak tree, and it's tiny, but has beautiful little leaves, and the wire is still on, and it's been made into a cascade style. It's a very good idea. The club has this table dedicated to new members to show the public the progress that the new members have made in a relatively short period of time following joining the club. The Deshojo, that's a Larch, that's a Quince, I like Quinces, another Hawthorne, and that's a Crabapple, and that's a Korean Hornbeam. The pads are very nicely developed, but still more work to be done, and next to it is a Hawthorne, and not sure what this tree is. Has quite a nice trunk and taper and branches, beautifully positioned, and next to it is a Hawthorne. And this tree I do not recognize the leaves, so it's unknown to me, and next to it is a maple. It's a maple. And this is the entrance to the show, and this is where you pay your dues and collect a slip, which the public can vote on as to the best tree, and that will be announced later on in the afternoon. This is a Hawthorne which is being worked on. And this is a club sales table. This is a club sales table. We have sold quite a lot of trees and pots, and still have a fair amount of stock to sell. I hope you have enjoyed watching the show, and to like, please give a thumbs up, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Iqbal Khan from West London.